Entering the 60s often brings noticeable changes both physically and mentally. These challenges may stem from health changes, shifts in social relationships, or sometimes from things we had never thought about before. However, this is also the time when many people begin to gain a clearer understanding of themselves and what truly matters in life. Throughout our lives, we have faced many expectations and pressures from family, society, and those around us. The early years can be filled with constant striving, never-ending efforts to achieve accomplishments based on societal standards. But when we cross the threshold of our 60s, those things are no longer a priority. Instead, it's a period where individuals have the right to choose their own lives, let go of unnecessary burdens, and focus on what truly brings peace, happiness, and meaning. However, despite having deep life experiences, many people still find themselves unable to break free from old habits, thoughts, and pressures that have been formed over the years. Things that might seem harmless could make you feel heavy, tired, and even take away your joy for life. Worries about what others think, obsessions with appearance, or chasing unrealistic goals are negative factors that can diminish the quality of life. So, how can you live freer, happier, and more fulfilled after 60? The answer may lie in letting go of things that no longer serve you, that no longer hold value, and instead learning to focus on what truly matters to you. In this article, we will explore the things adults can let go of to rediscover peace, happiness, and freedom in their lives. Let's reflect on the habits, thoughts, and obstacles that hinder progress in life, which you can bravely release to live a more complete, free, and meaningful life. 1. Worrying too much about others' opinion. When you reach your 60s, the anxiety about others' judgments may become stronger, and this is completely natural. Throughout your earlier years, you may have lived under the pressure of expectations from family, friends, and society. Especially when you've lived long enough to witness the changes in relationships, you begin to realize that the thoughts and judgments of others don't always reflect who you truly are. However, this anxiety can turn into a psychological burden, pulling you away from self-determined decisions and causing you to live a life that is not truly yours. Constantly worrying about what others think of me can lead to exhaustion and frustration. Reflect on the experiences you've had in life, mistakes, successes, and failures, and recognize that they make you who you are. These experiences are far more valuable than any external judgment. Once past 60, you've had enough time to explore yourself and understand the true values of life. The important thing is not to please others, but to live authentically with yourself. You've faced enough challenges to understand that others cannot define your value. Everyone sees things differently, and these evaluations can change with time and circumstances. Learn to let go of the worry about what others think and focus on what truly brings you happiness. Your life is yours, and only you can decide how you want to live. Sometimes living true to yourself and not depending on others' judgments is the path to true happiness. 2. Accumulating unnecessary material possessions. For many, accumulating unnecessary items stems from worries about the future. The fear of lack or nostalgia for the past might make you hold on to things that seem meaningless but are tied to memories or a sense of safety. In your youth, you might have accumulated items like clothes, books, or household goods that are no longer used, and even things that seem valueless but carry emotional significance. However, when you reach your 60s, you'll realize that these things no longer help your current life and, in fact, create clutter and stress in your living space. We often accumulate items as a way to cope with anxiety about the future, or simply because we don't want to part with things that were once important. However, keeping too many items takes up space and makes your life feel cramped. You don't have to keep everything just because it holds some memory or sentimental value. When you clean up your living space, you will feel lighter, both mentally and physically. Cleaning up and letting go of things that are no longer useful or valuable is a way to restore freedom. By reducing excess items, you not only tidy up your living space, but also cleanse your soul. This doesn't mean abandoning precious memories, but simply choosing to live in a space that feels breathable, comfortable, and not dominated by unnecessary possessions. Let your surroundings become a place where you can truly experience peace, freedom, and prosperity in every moment of life. 3 social obligations that no longer bring joy. As you enter your 60s, you may realize that some social obligations no longer bring joy and have become burdensome. These could be family gatherings, unnecessary meetings, or even social events with friends that no longer interest you. In your younger years, you may have engaged in these activities as a way to maintain relationships and assert your place in society. However, as you age, you will realize that participating in social activities no longer provides fulfillment. Instead, they may become invisible burdens that leave you feeling drained. After 60, you have the right to choose the activities that truly suit you, rather than attending solely out of obligation or to please others. You don't have to participate in every event or meeting. Learning to decline activities that don't bring positive value doesn't mean isolating yourself. Rather, it's a way to protect your mental health. Such social obligations may cause stress and leave you with no energy for things that truly bring joy. Finding activities that bring joy and meaning, whether it's taking care of yourself, pursuing personal hobbies, or simply resting, will help. You live a more peaceful and happy life. You don't need to please everyone. One of the best things about life when you're older is having the confidence to know that living for yourself is what matters most. 4. Obsession with appearance standards. It's certain that everyone will experience changes in their appearance over time. Wrinkles, less firm skin, changes in body weight. These things can make you feel anxious about yourself and even self-conscious. However, when you reach your 60s, you'll begin to realize that true beauty doesn't come from physical appearance, but from self-confidence and self-love. Everyone experiences natural signs of aging, and this is an inevitable part of life. Instead of worrying about these changes, focus on taking care of yourself in other ways. Maintaining physical and mental health and adopting a positive attitude will give you a brightness and energy without having to conform to societal beauty standards. Appearance may change over time, but it's your confidence and the energy you radiate that makes you shine. When you accept your body's changes and love yourself, you'll feel freedom and peace in life. Your beauty doesn't lie in wrinkles or folds, but in your shining eyes, smile, and the tranquility you bring to the world around you. 5. Toxic, negative relationships. As we mature, we not only learn how to communicate, but also face the challenge of choosing the relationships in our lives. One important realization that many people have when they turn 60 is that not all relationships bring positive value. Some people may be the source of stress, exhaustion, or even emotional pain. These toxic relationships can come from family, friends, or even colleagues. In the earlier stages of life, you might have maintained these relationships out of obligation, or because you felt you couldn't say no, but as you turn 60, you've gained enough maturity and experience to realize that you no longer need to continue these negative relationships. These individuals may cause you stress, pressure, or even force you to lose yourself just to please them. This is the time for you to learn how to identify the people who truly bring value and positive relationships into your life. Letting go of toxic relationships doesn't mean isolating yourself. Rather, it means dedicating your time and energy to those who genuinely love, respect, and understand you. You have the right to set healthy boundaries to protect your mental well-being. Sometimes saying no to people who don't add positive value is how you protect peace and happiness in your life. When you let go of these toxic relationships, you will have space to nurture authentic relationships and build a community around you where you feel loved and respected. 6. Comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is a very common habit, especially when you feel dissatisfied with what you've achieved in life. When you see friends or family achieving greater accomplishments, you might feel inferior or think you haven't done anything significant. However, when you reach 60, you will realize that life is not a competition, and each person has their own path with different challenges and opportunities. Comparing yourself to others often stems from a lack of self-confidence and a feeling of not being good enough. You might feel like you haven't reached the milestones you expected, or even feel left behind. But the truth is, everyone has their own unique circumstances, and no one truly knows all the struggles others have faced. Instead of focusing on what others have, focus on what you have. Achievements, big or small, are the results of the efforts and choices you've made throughout your life. When you stop comparing and learn to appreciate yourself, you will realize how far you've come. You've learned, gone through hardships, and the valuable lessons you've gained have shaped the person you are today. Each day is a gift, and when you begin to live for yourself, not for others' judgments, you will feel proud and happy with your journey. 7 activities that don't bring joy. Once you are over 60, time becomes more precious than ever. Throughout your life, you may have spent a great deal of time on work, family, and social obligations. However, at this stage, you have the right to choose what truly brings joy and meaning into your life. You don't need to participate in activities just because you feel responsible. Find what truly makes you happy. In reality, many people spend too much time on activities that they don't find valuable or enjoyable. Such tasks not only drain you but also take away the joy of living. Instead of continuing to engage in these activities, take time for personal hobbies or things you are passionate about. Whether it's reading, traveling, taking new classes, or simply relaxing and enjoying peaceful moments, finding joy and meaning in life is essential as you enter your 60s. Remember, life is not just a series of obligations, but a journey to discover what makes you happy. You don't need to do everything to please others. Your life is yours, and you have the right to choose what makes you feel whole. 8. Pursuing unrealistic or meaningless goals. When you were younger, you often set lofty goals and strived to achieve them regardless of the challenges. These goals might have included building a career, owning property, or achieving a societal definition of success. However, once you reach 60, many people realize that not all of these goals are still relevant to their current circumstances or needs. Life is a journey full of change, and not everything goes according to plan. After turning 60, you might feel that some of your past goals no longer have meaning, or may even no longer be achievable. Adjusting your goals to fit your current life situation is a wise and necessary decision. You don't need to continue chasing things that you no longer feel passionate about or can't achieve. This is the time to reflect on new goals, things that are truly important and meaningful to you at this stage of your life. It could be rediscovering joy from old hobbies, focusing on health, or simply creating beautiful memories with family and friends. Don't be afraid of change or regret old goals. Living authentically and pursuing what truly brings happiness is the most important thing. 9. Feeling guilty for prioritizing yourself. After spending much of your life taking care of others, from family to work, many older individuals feel guilty when they take time for themselves. This is especially true if you've lived in an environment where responsibility for others always came first. However, after turning 60, you must realize that prioritizing yourself is not selfish. It's essential for maintaining both your physical and mental health. If you don't take care of yourself and only focus on caring for others, you might find yourself drained and lacking the energy to continue helping others. The important thing is to learn how to love and care for yourself. Doing so will not only help you maintain your health, but also bring you happiness, creating a positive cycle of care for others. Understand that you deserve time for yourself. Taking time for rejuvenation, personal hobbies, or simply relaxing is a way to maintain joy and health in life. When you are healthy and happy, you will be able to care for those around you better. 10. Fear of change. Fear of change is a common feeling in everyone's life, particularly for those who have spent many decades building a stable life. When you turn 60, some people may feel anxious, confused, or afraid of the changes in various aspects of life: work, health, relationships, or roles within the family. Change can feel like an invasion, disrupting routines, security, and everything you've built over your lifetime. Deep dive. Change is an inevitable part of life, but it's not always easy to face, especially as you age. As you get older, you begin to realize that some things will no longer be the same. Health may decline, children grow up and become independent, and even relationships around you may change. While it may feel painful, disappointing, or unsettling, to face these changes, it is important to accept them and find ways to adapt. As you age, the fear of change often arises from a sense of losing control. You've grown accustomed to a stable lifestyle, and change may make you feel as though your control over life is being stripped away. However, change sometimes opens up new opportunities that you might not recognize without acceptance. Worrying about the future, loss, or changes in daily routines only traps you in a cycle of insecurity. While change may initially bring instability, it also presents opportunities for growth. When you overcome fear, you will see that change isn't something to fear, but rather a part of the maturation process. Accepting change doesn't mean giving up the things you love. Instead, it allows you to learn and experience new things. Ultimately, an important aspect of facing the fear of change is developing flexibility and a positive mindset. Instead of seeing change as a challenge, view it as an opportunity to refresh yourself, discover new joys, and create a meaningful life. When you realize that change can bring positive things, you will feel free and open to new possibilities. Conclusion. Turning 60 is not just a milestone in age, but also a significant turning point in life where you gain the wisdom to discern what truly matters. This is the time to let go of things that no longer serve you, things that limit your potential or prevent you from living authentically. By releasing fears, guilt, toxic relationships, and old goals that no longer align with your current values, you free yourself to embrace a life filled with meaning, joy, and freedom. While the path may not always be easy, this stage of life offers you the opportunity to rediscover yourself, set new goals, and create new experiences. You have earned the right to prioritize yourself, to live life on your own terms, and to surround yourself with positive energy and loving relationships. Embrace this chapter with confidence, for it is the beginning of a new journey, one that is more centered on self-love, self-care, and personal fulfillment. The road ahead is yours to shape, and you are empowered to live it to the fullest. If you're ready to let go of the burdens that have been holding you back, embrace change, and prioritize your well-being, start today. Take small steps to evaluate what no longer serves you, whether it's toxic relationships, unrealistic goals, or fears that prevent you from moving forward. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to create the life you deserve. Reclaim your power, let go of the past, and step into a future filled with joy, freedom, and authenticity. You deserve it, and it's never too late to begin.